Ba, 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 ba-da. Dun 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 dun. Hello all you lovely people. I am feeling a little bit punchy because I have just finished panel lining Cybertron Primus. Seriously. Siege Jetfire was an undertaking. This was like an epic quest. It took me like 6 days, and the video is going to be super short, but I don't care. I did it. I panel lined Cybertron Primus. So, launching right into it, it's panel lining. It just brings out all of those details a little bit better, and I did all over. And as I was kind of talking about in Primus's video, I think I talked about it in Primus's video, maybe not. I know at one point I mentioned panel lining him. It's just one of those things where he's massive, so I feel like, or he's supposed to be massive, so I feel like having that panel lining to bring out all of those extremely small details really helps, because it kind of sells that idea that he's supposed to be gigantic, like an entire planet. So he is, and I think that this does exactly what I set out to do. It brings out those little details, and it makes him feel way more gargantuan, which I think is fitting considering he's supposed to be the entire planet of Cybertron. And there are some bits that I did not panel line on this guy. Specifically, I left most of the yellow parts alone because both the fact that I feel like the contrast is kind of good enough with the yellows as it is, but also there's the fact that, as Diana pointed out when I was showing her the finished product, it kind of feels like these are almost like glowing lights, and so having the panel lining over them would kind of detract from that effect. And also, anything that's black or extremely dark gray I didn't panel line because the panel lining stuff wouldn't show up. But yeah, in case anyone's curious what Cybertron Primus looks like in planet mode when he's been entirely panel lined, there you go. And then there's the robot mode, which I can barely fit into frame, but this is also totally panel lined aside from the yellow bits and some of the coppery bits. As I said, this was an undertaking. It was like 5-6 days of working on a little bit here and there, trying to pace myself, because I learned my lesson from Jetfire. I was not about to give myself eye strain. That definitely kept me busy, but as you can see, there's all kinds of bits and whatnot that have been lined, and even like the thighs and the waist and the torso and the forearms and the biceps and the shoulders, and even the insides of the shoulders, and the backs of the kibble wings, the back of the back, and the insides of the kibble wings, and the backs of the legs, and even the inside of the butt flap. This has been, as I said, an undertaking. But for as absurd an amount of work as this was, I'm happy. I'm glad I did it, because I think that this looks pretty frickin' fantastic. I mean, I'm sure part of it is my own bias because of all the work I put into this, but you know what? That's fine. I think I'm allowed to be happy with all that work. But as I said, just like with the planet mode, this does what I was hoping it would do. It makes him feel so much more massive, because all those little nooks and crannies, all that detail, is so much easier to notice and make out now, even at a distance. It really sells the idea that he's absolutely enormous. And that's really about all I have to say about this. It's kind of funny that I spent a lot of time panel lining it, and then making the video was just kind of like boom, done. But what else can I say, you know? I panel lined it, and that's it. And it looks fantastic and does the thing that I wanted it to do. And in case you have a Cybertron Primus and are thinking of doing this yourself, I use Tamiya panel line accent color, in this case black, and you can find that down in the description. I'll include a link to where I got mine. And I'm curious to know what you all think of this. Hopefully you'll agree that it wasn't a waste of my time. But whatever your thoughts, feel free to chime in down below. I always enjoy hearing from you all, and please stay fabulous.